We out here with Speed Dollaz, man.
Yeah, you know what it is. Speed Dollaz, the king of Delaware, man.
Right.
I run that shit.
So we live from Chester right now, but like you said, you proclaim yourself the king of Delaware. So let's get into that a little bit. Talk about, because a lot of people from outside of Delaware not really familiar with Delaware because they kind of leave Delaware out of the mix for the most part when it comes to rap. Like, when they talk about the East Coast, it's mainly like Philly, Jersey, and New York. They don't really talk too much about Delaware. There's nobody from Delaware really on that platform to really hold it down. So speak a little bit about what it was like. First tell people what part of Delaware you from, and then tell people what it was like, coming up in Delaware and stuff like that.
King of Delaware. Man, Delaware, we the most slept on. We got the most talent. We got a lot of talent coming up. Me and my nigga Cino, he in the A now. Ran all through the city. North side, west side, east side, south side, Riverside. Battling niggas, tearing shit up. This was like 01, 02. A lot of niggas don't know about that because they just started rapping, so they wouldn't know about that. But I'm from the north side, 25 quarter block, you know what I mean,
So tell people what it's like I said, people that's not from Delaware, from the perception wise, they don't know like Delaware got actually hoods and gutters just like everywhere else and shit. So talk a little bit about some of the different parts of Delaware that's sort of like Philly and stuff like that.
Man, Delaware crazy, man. Like last year, the year before, we was in the top 10 like cities of killing. Like it's crazy. Like it's just like Philly. It's like a smaller Philly, Chester. It's just a small, like a little bit more, less people. You know what I mean? But we do the same thing. Same shit happen.
So coming up in Delaware, I know you was in tune to like the rappers in Philly and shit that was going on, the DVD movement and all that. So speak on like your perception of the whole Philly hip hop scene when you was coming up watching and all that.
Yeah, them niggas motivated me. Reed, Meek. I watched all them niggas come up, Cheap Raw. Like I was doing it when they was doing it. You know what I mean? I just ain't never hop on the DVD. We was on the corner. It wasn't really, I was more so on the corner with it. I ain't never think about getting on DVDs and all that. My thought process, it wasn't there then at that moment.
So did y'all have like a DVD movement in Delaware or anything like that, or any radio shows? Like what type of outlets do y'all got out there where those people could see what y'all got going on?
Well, back then we had, shout out to Rennie Rocks. He had a little joint, a DVD going on. He was doing DVDs in the hood. He did a little joint. Oskino came down, hopped on it. I think a couple other niggas. I think Beans, Meek might have been on that shit. Back in the day, he had a couple Philly niggas. The niggas around the hood in the area was on that joint. He used to put out a couple DVDs, but that was like 02, 03, 04. And after that, we ain't really. It ain't nobody that really do this shit now, but that was back then.
So now let's get into this, because you said your name Speed Dollaz, and now people from Philly familiar with Reed Dollaz, and you had told me that y'all had a little situation about the name back a little while back. So speak a little bit on that.
This is back when. Shout out to Reed Dollaz, because we cool now. He Muslim, so I don't got no problem with him. You know what I mean? Like 2012, 2013. I told him we was going back and forth on Twitter, man. Facts, y'all can go in there and check it. Y'all can look at this shit, like the comments and shit. I told him I'll bite his head off, and he said, man, let's do it for your name or whatever. But we was going back and forth on Twitter. Started a bunch of shit. It ain't really go nowhere. After that, me and Reed, we ended up doing a little track called like What You Know. That joint fire. Y'all need to check it out. You know what I mean?
For the people that's tuning in watching you right now that don't really know who you are, that ain't really familiar with your music, just give them a little bit of background, like what your music sound like, what your content about. Like if they was to listen to your shit, what could they expect to hear, what would separate you and all that type of stuff.
I don't know how y'all ain't see my shit though. I'm constantly on hip hop since '87. Shout out to '87. I'm constantly on World Star. I'm constantly, I'm everywhere. Like my music, it's that shit. I told you I'm the king of Delaware, man. I put the best music out. Like go to my new joint right now, my single that came out, Whip It. That shit, that'll tell you all about me. That shit fire. You know what I mean?
Right. So yeah, you was telling me too, like you had recently, not too long ago, slid down to A. Know what I mean? And you ended up doing the an interview down there with the boy. What's his name?
DJ Small.
Yeah, he got
DJ
a nice,
Small.
he got a little platform. I peep a couple of his interviews, so I definitely respect that. And you said on the flight, you and Tone Trap was on the same flight or whatever.
Tone was on my flight. You know what I mean? He salamed me. I caught him coming from CeeLo. He salamed me. He said, I know who you is. Keep grinding. Shout out to Tone Trump, man. I like what you doing. I bumped in the Bow Wow in the airport. You know what I mean? You know, niggas show love.
Word. So what's your goal? I mean, with this music shit, like you said, you've been doing it for a while. So at this point, like we was talking about, you know, no real representation from Delaware like that, and you claim yourself the king of Delaware. So what you think you could do, or what's your goal moving forward, so you can really put yourself and your name on the map and represent Delaware the way they need to be represented right now?
I'm putting my name on the line. I want to put my city on the map, so I can open up the lane for other people to come. You know what I mean? Open the door for other people, make opportunities for other people. I want other people to make money. Other people got the talent to put out good music. We need to be heard, man. We gotta be heard. Wilmington, Delaware, man. Y'all need to check us out. Yo, we gotta be heard.
Word. And you said, you was telling me too, Ben, so you live out Delaware and all that. You said you had bumped into Michael Blackson because he live out there and all that. So you said him and Freeway live out Delaware, right?
Shout out to Michael Blackson. Shout out to Freeway. I bumped into Michael Blackson at the casino. You know, we took a picture. I fuck with Michael Blackson, man. Funny guy. Yeah, I mean, he checked me out. So shout out to Michael Blackson.
Word. So what could they be looking forward to coming from Speed Dollaz move forward? We in 2017 right now. Like you said, you've been grinding, putting videos on World Star, doing different tracks, mixtapes and stuff like that. So what can they expect today, like 2017, we in the summertime, like what you got going on right now?
We're gonna be giving them visuals all crazy, but right now, check that Whip It out. I'm pushing it heavy. That's my single, Whip It. You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna be pushing for a while. You know what I mean? So y'all can really check that out. And I'm gonna be dropping straight visuals after that. Visual after visual after visual after visual.
So tell the people where they can find your music, how they can follow your movement, plug all your info, your Instagram, plug all that.
Instagram, Speed Dollaz, SpeedDollaz, Dollaz. Instagram, Speed Dollaz. Facebook, Speed Dollaz. Twitter, Speed Dollaz. I mean, Gmail, speeddollaz@gmail.com. It ain't hard to find me, man. YouTube me, Google me, I'm all over the place. Shout out to my city, man. We coming, 302, we coming. Just want to let y'all know we coming.
Early. Alright, man. Philly Fame TV, man. Signing out, man. Speed Dollaz, Wilmington, Delaware's own, man. Stay on the lookout.
Rooftop test.